Versatile Mage. Chapter 406. The Jerk, Mo Fan. The piercing voice babbled never-endingly beside Mo Fan's ear. It had been a while since I-Tutu went into her room, but her grumbling was too magical. It would not go away easily in a short period of time. Mo Fan laid down on the couch and let out a relieved sigh. Boss Zan Kong must have told something to his friends. Even though they were not assured that he was still alive, at least they knew that he did not die as the public was told. Many were surely worried about him during this period of time. It did feel great knowing someone was worried about him. Being content with living a solitary life was in fact just an attempt at self-comforting. Everyone needed a sense of belonging. If your existence did not bring any difference to the others, especially those whom you cared about, you might as well be dead, or simply find a new place to start over again. The next dawn, the path to school was covered in leaves that had fallen last night. Some of them had ended up floating on the surface of the lake. It was indeed a great depiction of the typical autumn scenery. After having a good rest that night, Mo Fan followed his two gorgeous housemates to Pearl Institute in a pleasant mood. The typical dramas about a tyrannical CEO would always have a girl with a young face and huge breasts on one side, and an elegant, noble beauty on the other. The protagonist would then walk at a domineering pace, with such an arrogant, proud smile on his face that even the bullies in the school had to pay him their respects. His gaze was so full of himself that those who were bold enough to block his path would suffer great consequences of being tortured by one of the 100 methods that he had in mind. Mo Fan was sure that he was getting very close to wearing the same shoes. The only difference was the two gorgeous ladies beside him showed no cooperation at all. Instead of leaning into his arms on both sides, they were clinging onto each other and walking in front of him. "Sister Mew, it's that Lin Yanyu, Zhou Shuming's pawn," said I-Tutu as she pointed at someone ahead. The person had fairly sharp ears. He immediately turned around and glanced at I-Tutu and Mu Nujiao, before noticing Mo Fan, who was fairly close to the girls. "So, Miss I has a new follower. I would suggest that you find a better looking one. Look at him, are you sure he can satisfy you? Or maybe he's the new protector that you've just recruited. Make sure he's strong enough. I hope he won't get destroyed by big bro Zhou Shuming with a single move." A male student who was dressed up like a noble approached them. He spoke ruthlessly, as if he were not intimidated by I-Tutu's nickname, the Little Witch. The guy spoke with a rather impertinent tone. The word sissy immediately popped up in Mo Fan's mind, which he quickly attached to the man's head in his imagination. Hang on, this asshole was humiliating him. Mo Fan immediately felt his temper rising. He went up and stared at the guy who was half a head shorter than him. "What did you just say?" The man was not afraid at all. He raised his head, looking at Mo Fan and said mockingly, "Are you angry because I say you're a follower? Well, let me guess, which renowned family are you from?" Mo Fan grabbed the man's fairly elegant bow tie and glared at him. "Open your dog eyes and look at my face carefully. How dare you say that I'm not handsome?" I-Tutu felt an urge to snap her heels when she heard Mo Fan's statement. She wished she could slap him to death right on the spot. Meanwhile, Mu Nujiao's lips contorted slightly. She had honestly given up on him. "Kid, I suggest letting go with your hand now. Otherwise, I will guarantee that you have to pick up your hands with your mouth and plead the healing element teachers at the infirmary to reconnect them for you." Lin Yanyu's voice turned icy all of a sudden. He had let Mo Fan drag his bow tie around, but his eyes flickered coldly. His aura was completely different from his previous sissy appearance. Very arrogant. "You've insulted me first. Normally, I would have thrown you to the ground and used you as a mat. I won't give you another chance to correct yourself." The atmosphere between the two quickly intensified. If it were visible, the people nearby could definitely see two small galaxies colliding into one another intensely. "Make sure you remember what you've said," said Lin Yanyu coldly. Meanwhile, a rather tall man came up from behind. The man had a rather domineering aura. The crowd immediately made way for him with a hint of gloating. Yanyu, what's going on here? The tall man moved closer. He did behave like a school tyrant, who did not forget to politely nod at Mu Nujiao with a smile while asking the question. It seemed like he had come to take over the situation. Brother Dongfang, you've seen it too. I hate people touching my collar the most, exclaimed Lin Yanyu. Everything will be fine once you get used to it, said Mo Fan with a smile. Mo Fan was truly a jerk. As soon as the man had mentioned his reverse scale, Mo Fan immediately pulled the bow tie and snatched it away from Lin Yanyu's neck as if he were plucking a flower. Lin Yanyu was immediately enraged, but he was dragged away by the guy who had the surname Dongfang. You're dead. Lin Yanyu pointed at Mo Fan. His anger had risen to a whole new level. Mo Fan simply threw the bow tie away and cast a challenging gaze at Lin Yanyu. This bow tie is too fancy for a man. Hey sissy, I'm trying to help. Lin Yanyu pulled a long face. He was about to speak when Mo Fan interrupted. Don't tell me you hate people calling you sissy too. I swear I'll kill you. Lin Yanyu lunged forward. If it weren't for the crowd, he would have cast a spell right away. The man with the name Dongfang quickly grabbed Lin Yanyu and dragged him away from the crowd. The people immediately gasped in astonishment. Lin Yanyu never cared about stirring troubles in front of a crowd. Why would he leave like that? Perhaps this man that was humiliating him had some formidable background. Strange, did they just leave like that? Said Ai Tutu. She was hoping to see more. Mo Fan, do you know Dongfang Ming? Mu Nujiao stared into Mo Fan's eyes, as if she had noticed something. Mo Fan shrugged and responded in an indifferent tone, I can't remember. Too many people have lost to me in the past. Not far away, Dongfang Ming, who was pulling Lin Yanyu away, staggered. Just for a second, Dongfang Ming, who had forever lost his chance at becoming a judge of the magic court, felt like charging back at Mo Fan together with Lin Yanyu, who had totally lost his temper. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.